How's it going, guys? Welcome back to HorrorVale Act 1. We left off with a number of different things to explore off on the north side here. I saw a tweet from the developers that essentially every Let's Player who picks up this game tries to access this and is upset when they can't. I think that's your fault. You're to blame. You should provide access. Maybe that'll be for the DLC, right? Get out of here, you big bully. I don't want to talk to you right now. Barb! Oh, you look a little under the weather, dearie. I think I said it like Trailer Park Boys. Barb! Or maybe that people from like Minnesota or something maybe speak that way. There's definitely like a small town Canadianness that'll do that as well, though. It's a terrible night to have a curse. I definitely talked to you before. I got all excited about the generator thing and totally jetted after that. Sophie! Nothing to say? Yes! I agree. Oh my god, where are you going? You just flapped away. Okay then. Also, I'm pretty sure a pumpkin-faced, black, unitard-looking character like that is a reference to, like, I think it's Tim and Eric? They have the goofy, like, Halloween dance thing. I'm sure I'll find a gif of it that I can put on screen. I hope that that's a reference. I gotta stop being, like, the reference police. Now and again, things are just funny on their own, you know? You won't believe it, but this is a shovel. I'm shook. Absolutely shook. Here lies my hopes and dreams. This grave appears to actually be some kind of prop. It's made of plastic. The text has faded away. Okay, but now I can't. I was all excited about accessing the shack and seeing what's going on there. I swear to death it better not be that slime salesman again. We don't want to buy a things. Go away. You're in luck. I'm only selling a thing. No plural here. Oh, I can legit go inside this place. Huh. You, one eye there, kind of weirding me out slightly. The two eyes in the wall, much scarier. Is it two different people who are standing oddly close together? Is it one individual? Barnaby! Hey kid, what do you say we play a little game? For 20 candies, I'll let you open one of these chests. Might be something good, it might not. I should take a quick look at what my funds are. 184. Screw it, I'm gambling everything. All day, every day. Yep, I'm all ahead. Go ahead, pick any chest you want, and only one. This one, obviously. Too bad. Well, the only way I can go now is to try and win it back, right? Double or nothing, Barnaby. Let's roll them dice. You got an old lens. I kind of wanted to, like, get more candy. I must have got some of it back as well. Oh, I legit do have a thing. So when I'm sitting there being a dick about the grammar, there is a thing that is called a thing, and if you were selling multiple of them, they would be a things, if that's part of his, like, formal title. Huh, I take it back. The old lens is in the key items. An old camera lens. Must be decades old. I'm super curious. That can't be, like, meant for a quest or something, right? Or they wouldn't hide it behind, like, the risk of losing, unless you always win on your second, but, like, some people aren't going to be willing to gamble. I got questions here. You gotta pay first. I was going to try and sneak one on you there, Barnaby. You know what? Screw it. I'll try, like, a couple more times. I haven't tried this guy yet. Got 20 candy. Making my money back. The money that I just spent. You're not really profiting. Gambler fallacies aplenty. 50 candy. Pfft, sucker. I'm out of here. What about you guys creeping around the inn? Bonds? Probably bones. These officer cats are all upset. Something about some weirdos causing mayhem. What else is new in HorrorVale? What a waste of time. Weirdos being weird, you're right. That isn't really anything noteworthy. Marie! Hello, darling. It's dangerous around here lately. I'd be careful if I were you. What do these coppers have to say about it? They got wind-up cars. That's awesome. Go home, kid. It's a very dangerous, creepy around. I don't like the way the guy was like, oh, I thought he was like walking into me. I don't know. He's giving me like a chin scratches or like a pat on the belly or something. I really don't want to be here. Most of the time, I don't actually have to do anything as an officer. Hopefully, this blows over soon. We got our Chief Wiggum of the group here, someone who, like, super doesn't want to be doing their job. Check the can, it's empty. So many empty cans around. Where does everyone put their trash? I guess if you don't eat, you don't make that much trash. That's where the majority of it comes from. No one's here. Is it Labor Day? Actually, I'm recording this on, like, the Canada Day holiday. So yeah, most places probably would be closed. That's just a weird coincidence. These are... Wait, these are plastic. Ooh, I can still call the elevator. I didn't think I would be able to if everything was all shut down, you know? Up is my only option, so I guess up is the direction I'm headed. I never just click the elevator button and then stand an inch in front of the buttons. I always go to the back of the elevator, you know? I want to get out of people's way. Hey, creepy little girl. What you got going on here? You want to, like, talk, hang out maybe, anything other than beat the hell out of me? No? Looking like you're leaning the direction of getting ready for a big fight? That's cool. That's your call. I'll try and get on board with it. Maybe it was your turn to choose. This is cool. I like the cackling moon, but the crazy, like, mountains are awesome as hell as well. I hate that sentence. Also, dumb place for a generator. Shutting that guy off. Oh, crap. Who the hell? That's a creepy-ass grin you got there, Mark the Murderer. Yeah, it's looks like a little bit of maybe a murderer's grin. That adds up. It makes sense. It fits the bill, I'd say. Mark the Murderer attacks. What are the chances do you think that he's going to go easy on me? He's going to try and go for anything other than a bit of murdering. Oh, I, like, can't even use it against this guy because he's not undead. I guess I don't know specifically what he would be. Yeah, there we go. The murderer is slain. You might want to say Mark the Murderer is murdered, but that's fine. I'll let it slide. The way he exploded was kind of neat, but now I feel like I'm a murderer. Or is it murder to kill undead people when you're undead? And if you kill somebody who's living, all you're doing is just helping them to become undead like you. Maybe that doesn't count as murder. Did anyone see that shit that was going on up there? No one wanted to come help or anything? I guess it was pretty high. HorrorVale Church of Death. Ooh, I appear to have initiated a cutscene of sorts. Ah, she's so cool. This is my new, like, idol, Shelby. God, she's tall. Hello, are you Miss Alice? I'm Shelby from the HVPS. I've brought a package for you. Oh, very kind of you to get down on my level here. If you could please just sign here. Thank you. I hope we can meet again. Please have a good night and remember to brush your teeth. I guess it's extra important. Or do you just have to essentially, like, brush all of your bones, your entire body? Maybe walk through some sort of, like, toothbrush-filled car wash setup. You open the package, it's a new edition of the game manual. You flip to a random page. Helping people could gain new rewards or new party members. Side quests. You know when someone needs help by the skull icon? What's that? You didn't need my help? You want a medal? Think you've played enough RPGs that you didn't need any instructions? If I didn't give you any, you just complain that the game doesn't tell you anything. Go in the corner and think about what you said. Ooh, page 23. I like looking out for 23 and things. As non-obsessively as I possibly can manage. Jonathan! This guy looks like he's like the Scream painting or something. He's like constantly doing a Macaulay Culkin. In the underworld, we worship death, both conceptually and as a figure. Does that surprise you? No, it adds up perfectly, honestly. See, look at that. Look at this guy, his permanent Scream face. I have to assume that's what he is, like, going for, that's the look he's trying to achieve. Interesting that rather than imitating and emulating a artist you look up to, you emulate the art itself. Big ol' spooky pumpkin. Reading tombstones, the best part. Here lies Poodle, a dog of grandeur, and now he lies in a pit of manure. Ooh, that one kind of rhymed, even if it was awful and insulting. Here lies Johnson. Felt a bit woozy, fell in a wood chipper, now he's a smoothie. Is that why you're all shocked about that? You're just still, like, screaming from the wood chipper death? You're just permanently shocked about that? Here lies Jeff! I warned him about stairs. I told him. You're gonna I told you so on this guy's tombstone? Come on. Patrick! Hello, my dear, my name is Patrick. I hail from a far-off land. I've traveled to HorrorVale to find my dear sweet grandmother. Do let me know if you see her. That sounds a bit like a quest. Do you want to pose it to me? With a little bit more of, quest fanfare, maybe with an icon over your head, like so, and then I can go and help you out more officially? Raps. Oh, hey, Alice. So, like, it's totally cool that school's closed or whatever, but I just can't enjoy it right now. I lost my crook somewhere, and now I can't find it anywhere. I hesitated on that word because I don't know what it means. Is this some weird mummy-specific thing? I love that the pigtails are wraps. There's a lot of cute design in this game. It's, like, really super important to me, and I can't be a fear leader without it. Fear leader. This game is too much for me. It's too cute and too good. We don't deserve it, you know? Can you please help me find it, Alice? Yeah, of course. I'll just try to figure out what it is on the fly while looking for it. I think I left it somewhere around this area. Maybe this guy who's running around absolutely manically would have some hint. Or this, like, Rorschach over here who's just kind of, like, taking his sweet time. Here lies Tanner of the North. Got set on fire. Now he's tanned of the North. Ho-hum on that one. Excuse me, sir, but have you seen my arms anywheres? What? They're on my body. I can't believe this. You're definitely lying. You might be drunk. You're possibly more than definitely drunk. You seem annihilated, dude. Inebriated zombie. He is. I love it. He is just, I mean, there's like the droopy eyes and everything, and like the big bags and the ragged clothes or whatever. Is that all from being a zombie, or is that all from being drunk? Did he die a drunk? Did he become a drunk in death? I have questions. Ones that don't necessarily need to be answered, but then in the meantime, he took a sip of his beer and recovered death points. Alright, well, I think if I'm gonna try it, spouts nonsense. I've found a dirge home, I think. Maybe I should call a spookbird. Spookbird's their Uber. He's trying to say I'm fine to drive home. I gotcha. It took me a minute. If he keeps drinking beer, I'm never gonna kill him though. So I gotta commit to using the stronger healing spell. That's how I get one over on him. He's slain. That'll teach you to handle your liquor. Here lies Studio Blue. They're definitely feeling blue now. Tanner of the North. That sounds like a thing. Here lies Cherry Chiodi, decapitated by a bedsheet ghost. The text has been washed away. Here lies Retromon, found dead in the Forgotten Manor. Here lies Mo. He made a grave mistake. Here lies Hard Reset, accidentally hard reset his life. Here lies Driftwood Gaming, drifted into an endless chasm. So these are all just like friendly game developers, people who maybe have worked with or are friends with or what have you with the developers of HorrorVale. Here lies Riley, crushed to death by leaves, like a lot of them. It's broken. This grave just has some scribbles. That's what I would do. That'd be a fun way to mess with people. Just like take a pen and like shakily, I don't know, try and etch-a-sketch it on, but not from like a pro, like a first time using an etch-a-sketch thing. Here lies Rog, death by drop bear. Here lies Frank, defeated in battle by a little girl. Here lies Pete, death by ninja. A lot of these are a play on the name, but some of them must be plays on the game that they have worked on. Something about this grave. Oh, it was a secret grave. It was, oh, the Grumpy Gravestone. I thought it was going to transform into something. Like, it turns out that it was like a weird golem, and he would, like, unravel himself and unfold and transform into some big rock monster. It's just kind of gruesome limbs. Not the most dramatic change that's ever taken place. Throwing rocks at me? It seems like that would hurt you a little bit. That would be like rollout damage. Get off my lawn, you darn kids. Like in Pokemon or something, that if you're ripping off chunks of rock of yourself to throw, that would maybe hurt you in some way. I can feel power in my bones. The jumps up you take with each leveler are pretty significant, actually. Oh, and it dropped something. The cursed crook. Well, now I have the crook. Oh, hello. Hello, kitty. If you're gonna come for a visit, then you're literally somehow standing on the armrest exactly where you can't be seen. Pretty sure she just hears me talking in the other room and feels left out and just comes for a little visit. You're so weirdly okay with me, like, jiggling your limbs and stuff. Why are you such, like, a rag doll of an animal? It's adorable and I love it. Alright, you can go back to your armrest. That's chill. A cursed crook of a mummy. Of course it would be cursed. As long as the crook is cursed and not raps themselves, I'm okay with that. Maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental. I'm an undead skeleton witch or something. Cloud! Seen anything strange around here, kid? Yeah, define strange. Close your head. You know what I mean. So, like, open your mind, maybe close your head if you just got, like, your skull is flapping around. Well, okay, yes. Everyone's in a tizzy over these creepies, but I'm after bigger fish. You seem like a smart gal, Alice. If you see anything unusual, you let me know. Again, hard to define precisely what that may be. I'll do what I can. Lugosi Lane. I'll be coming... Oh, it's still where I am technically here as well, but I'll go investigate that in a minute after I give this back to Raps. I should finish that. Wrap that quest up. Almost let that slip me past. Alice, you found it. My cursed crook. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Quest complete. I'd love to repay you. Would you like for me to come with you on your quest to find your dog? Okay, but you better not psych me out like that jock did. I'm still sore from that previously. Still upset over it. Yeah, obtained a new friend. Aw, we could clack stabs together. That's what friends do. Ah, dope. We actually get to, like, walk together. Same as it was for when the dog joined. You're immediately at level 5. Oh, and I can see, like, what your... Let me see if I can get the mouse on screen. So I don't exactly know what the jack-o'-lantern mask, scary mask thing is, but that's... I'm like a bone. That's locked. It can't change. And the mummy is, like, flesh or something? Oh, that's a really cool pose. You're, like, unraveling your arm while also shooting, like, a cool little thing there. I dig Raps. Raps has a lot of personality. Pigtails, extendo arm, peace signs... Fear leader. Everything about this character is kind of great. Abilities: Blessing of Isis cures paralysis and blindness. The Shadow Claw summons a Shadow Claw to strike the enemy. It costs HP to do that. And Bind constricts the enemy. That one makes sense. Young Fear Leader Captain. Well, I'm excited to have you on board. Let's explore this, like, general vicinity a little bit more first. Finkelheim's Lab, Lugosi Lane, and Shiver Street. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. Sounds like something Eli Roth would be on board with. Oh, I'm gonna talk to this little stumpy little munchkin. Robbie, the area around Frankel Finkel's... Is that honestly what his name was? I feel like it changed. It was Finkelheim or something. Frankel Finkel. It's impossible to say. The lab is blocked by some zappy gates. There's other houses up that way, so it's kind of messed up. People can't get to their homes because he's got it all barricaded off. Shiver Street. Ooh. I like the sounds of it too much. I wanna like hype up Shiver Street. Shiver Street will be like a next time thing. I wanna go check out more of Lugosi Lane in the meantime. Where does Lugosi come from? That's like a thing, isn't it? Bela Lugosi. I knew that name. He played Dracula back in, like, the 30s. And that's not a name I would normally know, but I very recently listened to Eli Roth's History of Horror podcast, and I'm pretty sure it was the Quentin Tarantino episode where they talk about Bela Lugosi a bunch. Tarantino has, like, a funny anecdote. He thought that Bela Lugosi was one word, and it was, like, I don't know, a foreign language and some cool phrase or something. And he found out years and years later it's the guy. Interesting podcast, I'd say worth listening to. Cool that there's a little bit of, like, tribute to old horror in this game. What about up in this little cave here? A big hole in the wall? Yeah, of course I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go investigate a giant hole in the wall and not go in. No fucking way. Is that, like, pause here, investigate, look closely, because this is going to be a psych out, right? Like, there's no way it isn't. He's going to disappear or something. So maybe it is meant to be Sans, and that, like, all the other skeletons in the world are, like, aware of Sans, and, like, the legends of him, and that they talk about him, like, with the mysticism of Dracula or something like that. But because the whole part of that character is his, like, interdimensional time traveling or what have you, he's going to disappear, right? Could it be him? stupid face. Sam, it's me, Sam Cave Story. That's it. That's the guy I was hoping it would be. That's exactly who I wanted to show up. That's too good. That it serves zero plot. There's nothing to be discovered there. I love it so much. Oh, vampires sparking. I almost read sparkling. Sparking. It is a sparkling vampire. That might have just been a typo that he yelled sparking. Either way, it describes the fact that he is quite flashy. Obviously making fun of Twilight stuff there. I imagine he can't be too tough. We can probably... Oh, he took no damage. Perhaps he's immune to Raps' abilities? I'll try and Shadow Claw this sparkly SOB. If he's all bright and sparkly, Shadow is probably very specifically something he'll be weak towards. That's I guess, but seems like it was a bit of a real thing. At the very least, it was able to hurt him at all. I've been trying to figure out what's on the other side of this fence. Another kid told me that they heard that one kid got there by going through a secret passage in the Forgotten Mansion. If only there was some way to pass right through the fence. You stupid ghost. Oh, there's a trampoline. I want to go play on the trampoline. I don't care if it's like one of those little tiny like gymnast ones only one person can stand on. But that is interesting. I might have to backtrack and try that out. Possibly before the episode's up, because I might forget to do it otherwise. What about you? What do you got going on here? We got a little bit of a pigtail rival going on here. Riley, I totally found your grave earlier. You were the one who died from leaves getting piled on you. I like leaves. All the trees in HorrorVale are in the infinite state of dying. So, when new leaves grow, they immediately die off and fall to the ground. I rake them up into neat piles until they disintegrate. No one asks me to or pays me to, I just like leaves. At least you died doing what you love. Leaves? Don't you just love the sensation of seeing a bunch of leaves in a neat pile? Sometimes kids like to jump in the piles and scatter the leaves. That really upsets me. Throughout the entire game, every time I've clicked on a pile of leaves, it has said that'd be rude to whoever raked it. Apparently we've just been considerate of Riley this whole time. We might not have specifically known that that's who we were being considerate to, but we get to be one of the nice people who didn't destroy their pile of leaves. And now I feel really good about that. Korloff Park. And, that's Boris Korloff? Karloff? I have to look that up as well, but another name that I only know because it came up in the same conversation with Bela Lugosi. So now I gotta figure out what the hell Boris Karloff is from. I was kind of keeping an eye out for it in the game because Lugosi got me thinking about it. Another primarily horror-based actor. He played Frankenstein's monster in some 30s editions of Frankenstein, 3 different Frankenstein movies, and as Imhotep in The Mummy, also in the 30s. So this guy had like a really prevalent horror background. Holy shit, also while I'm looking through this, the things that people would much more likely know him from, he is the voice of the Grinch and the narrator in the 60s Grinch cartoon. Like, the famous Grinch adaptation. Second to Jim Carrey, of course. Sorry if that felt like the craziest side track or whatever, but I find that stuff really interesting, and hopefully you guys do too. Holy shit, Nitro Rad is in this game. I think he covered it a while back, so it's cool that they kind of brought it back around there and stuck him in the game. He's got the purple jacket with the red hood and like the parted blonde hair. That's totally Nitro Rad. Andrew, there we go. All locked up. Now no one can mess with the generator. That'll probably be the very last one I go to. Crazy imps. Gah! Hey! That Netherling took the key. Was that 1 or 2? Was 1 a distraction? Was there 2 different keys? I really don't get paid enough for this. Just totally bailing on that. Not interested in taking part. Oh. Was that a bit of a cutaway? Well, I found one of them. He wasn't too hidden. An orange nether imp. Oh, he was quite easy to take down. Take that, loser. Yeah, you tell him, Raps. Gimme, gimme. Do we also get a key piece? It didn't have the key, so I kind of have to fight my way through a whole bunch of them. I'm going to talk through several of these, because I'm not sure if all of them are YouTubers. Nyabeth, Meow, hello, meow meow. Did you know the way to the theater? You have no idea what this cat is saying. Hey, Nitro, what's up? James, I think that's his legit actual name. It looks like he has a tail. The other day, I had this weird dream that I was alive and played video games for a living. I also frequently visited the Way sub or something. I don't know, dude. I'm an owl. Who toots? Oddly specific and not like directly pointing you towards one specific YouTuber when you use a real name like James like that. So I'm glad I recognize that and know that that is a reference. These ones, I don't know. These might just be random characters. Chester. Clearly, Eric, you're forgetting that in episode 245, Horror Ranger Purple obtained the Crux of Blood. These their version of the Power Rangers? Psh, you call yourself a fan, but any true fan knows that the Crux of Blood isn't strong enough to bypass Skullbuster's barrier. If I may interject, the writer did say on Kaur, which I'm guessing is like a crow-based Twitter, that Skullbuster's barrier no longer works after the Battle of Bloodbridge. Is this really canon just because the writer says so? I mean, it's not in the actual series, so... Exactly! Word of God is meaningless, Stuart! You're an absolute idiot! He wrote the series! Anyone with a brain would realize that that means his word is absolute, but I guess yours is rotted out. Guys, please don't fight in front of Hamilton. Who's Hamilton? Who are we calling Hamilton? Hamilton is the pumpkin. Gotcha. Perfect. It doesn't matter who you talk to, the same, like, argument takes place either way. I love it, though. It's great. Chester, Eric, Stuart, and Pauline. Someone's gonna have to let me know if that's, like, a podcast based on people who argue over, like, small, minute details in video games or TV shows or something, because that seems like the sort of thing I should know more about. Over already? Gimme, gimme. There was only 2 that ran before. This one also doesn't have the key. This way is blocked. Someday, might not be. This monstrosity has caused more broken limbs than you can count. It seems like that would be a big deal when you're a skeleton. It seems like it would be real tough if there's nothing holding that all together. It seems like it would be difficult to cast, but it would be that much easier to make sure the bones align properly when you're trying to heal them. The slide, known for being as hot as the sun itself during the summer. One time you saw a ghost fly off this thing right into the sky after a cyclops pushed him. You never saw him again. The legends of a kid, like, going all the way around the swing set are still somewhat true. You checked the trash can and... Wait, is that... No, never mind, it's empty. Damn it. There's gonna be one damn can in this entire game that has anything. Well, this one probably has another imp in it. But one trash can that has... like goodies or candy or an item or something important, and I'm gonna check every single one because now the game has successfully baited me into thinking that that is a worthwhile pursuit. Andrew, buddy old pal, I know you're trying to keep people out of the generator, but I found the key, so I would like in, please. Oh, looks like you got the key from them. Were you coming to give it back to me? No. Kind of expected as much. Oh well, do whatever you want. As far as I'm concerned, it was stolen by Netherlings and never seen again. I wonder if I would have said yes. I'm going to turn that off, and I would lock you back out of here, Andrew, if I could, because, I don't know, I don't want you to turn it back on. I can't ask him again and say I was planning to return it, so yeah, I guess I'm keeping it. One last thing before rounding out this episode. I am going around back to the stupid mansion, which, geez, how far away is that? There's something south too, but the name is worn away. Wait, is the Forgotten Mansion? Oh, it is not what I thought it was. I'm not allowed to run in that area, which is cool. Adds some ambiance. I was gonna run around all the way back to the Skeleton Manor, or whatever it's called, the place that I'm from, and go and try and find a secret access from there, and I was like surprised that I hadn't found it. And I also thought we were further north than that by quite a ways, which is the case. I still have... How long is this? I'm excited, I'm exhilarated that there's so much more left to cover. I thought I was gonna only have like 3 or 4 episodes worth of content. I still gotta go check out this manor. There's like the school that I never went to. There's so much. So much I love it and I can't get enough of it. I'm so excited to share it, and I hope you guys are excited too. I'm gonna stop gushing about it now, because I do it at the end of every episode, and I don't want to be like a broken record about it or anything, but I love it, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.